scenario. Sungai Kuala district has a work area consisting of 10 villages. One of the villages is located 15 kilometers from the beach. That village is Bantaran village. Besides being close to the beach, the village of Bantaran is also passed by two tributaries which empties into Gading Beach. When the rainy season is accompanied by tides in the sea, floods always occur in the village of Bantaran because it is located in a basin. The majority of the residents of the Bantaran village work as dragon fruit farmers. The community used the available land to grow dragon fruit. This village consists of 100 families with a population of 1400 inhabitants. The environment of the Bantaran village is very dense. Most buildings in the village are semi-permanent. The level of community education in the village of Bantaran is still low. 600 of the population has an elementary school education, 20% completed junior high school, 8% completed high school, 2% of graduated, and 10% of its citizens illiterate.
Awareness of a clean environment is still lacking as evidenced by 80% of the community still throwing garbage in the river. Only 70% have healthy latrines and only 60% use latrine. The house not have a definitive drain, so that wastewater still often overflow into the village road. At present, the village is experiencing flood as high as 2 meters, and the residents are replaced to the village hall and other village. Residents are accommodated in the village pavilion and meeting room, which can only accommodate 200 people, while some 300 people flee to the village hall. As the head doctor of the Puskesmas, you are asked to join refugee health service. What you can do to improve refugee health and prevention of possible disease transmission?
Identification of problem. The handling of flood victims has not been optimal, caused by an inadequate shelter and lack of health work to deal with flood victims. The geographical location of flood-prone village, caused by the geographical location of the Bantaran village, which is crossed by two tributaries which empties into the Ivory Coast. When the rainy season is accompanied by tides in the sea, there is always flood in the village because it is located in the basin area. The main living of Bantaran village as dragon fruit farmer. Densely populated village environment, semi-permanent dwelling building and resident houses do not have definitive development channel, so that water is still often overflowing into village roads.
Lack of public awareness of healthy living behaviors. This is because the level of education of the community is 60% elementary school, 20% junior high school, 8% high school, and 2% undergraduate, as many as 10% of the illiterate community. Awareness of environmental hygiene is still lacking, and only 70% of the population has healthy latrines.
Problem priority scoring. Our group has found 3 priority problems that are: handling floods victim was not yet optimal, flood disaster management was not yet optimal, and lack of public awareness of healthy clean living behavior. The first, handling floods victim was not yet optimal, with prevalence has 3 points, severity has 4 points, rate percentage of increase has 5 points, degree of unmet need has 3 points, social benefit 4 points, public concern 3 points, technical feasibility study has 5 points, resource availability has 4 points. On the second one, The problems was the flood disaster management was not yet optimal with score on prevalence has 4 points, on severity has 2 points, rate percentage on increase has 4 points, degrees of unmet need, social benefit and public concern. Then technical feasibility has 3 points, and also resource availability has 3 points. On the third one, lack of public awareness of healthy clean living behavior has on prevalence has 2 points, severity has 3, rate percentage of increase, degree of unmet need has 2 points, on social benefit has 3 points, public concern and technical flexibility study has 2 points, but the resource availability has 4 points. From the table we can see the total amount was concluded by handling floods victim was not yet optimal with total 31 points and average score 3.8. Following with disaster management was not yet optimal with total score 27 points with average 3.3. And the last was lack of public awareness of healthy clean living behavior with total score was 20 with average score 2.5.
Fishbone. From man, the first is low education, second low environment awareness. From money is low income. From material, first building that are not permanent, second no definitive drain. From management, first there is no evacuation procedure for flood victims, second improper flood handling procedure. From method, first there is no flood victim assistance program, second there is no early flood detection program. From community organization, first the role of health worker is not optimal, second shelter at the village hall is inadequate. From community participation, only 70% of the population has healthy toilets. Some people still throw trash in the river and there is no definitive sewerage.
Priority problem solving solution. There are 3 solutions we can provide. First, providing counseling and training for the community. 2. Formation of cross-sectoral cooperation and disaster preparedness teams. And providing health service. Based on the result of calculation, the establishment of cross-sectoral cooperation and disaster preparedness teams has the highest score with a total 20 points. Providing counseling and training for the community 16 points. Providing health service with 12 points. Therefore, we make a planning of action of the establishment of cross-sectoral cooperation and disaster preparedness team.
Chapter 3 is discussion the plan of activity or POA, establishment of cross-sectoral cooperation and disaster alert team or environment in Bantaran village. As for the activities carried in the program, first, inventory of flood victim, and target is the Bantaran village community. Target is 90% of the population can be inventory. And second, forming disaster alert team in each of the 5 pillar or RT, and target is the village apparatus, health worker, village community and Basarnas. The target is that 75 of disaster alert team can be formed. Third, fundraising. Target is fund, and target is 80% of fund from the Quintas, LPT and the community. Fourth, prepare village facility and infrastructure. Target is equipment and target is preparing village facility and infrastructure. Fifth, monitoring and evaluation. Target is Bantaran village community and target 80% of the people of the Bantaran village.
Conclusion. The solution of this scenario is conducting cross-sectional cooperation consisting of the formation of a disaster alert team that includes village officials, health workers, the community, village gathered, and Basarnas, and the trainer of the disaster alert team. The disaster preparedness team also acts as a provider of facilities and infrastructure in the village of Bantaran. Educate village to behave clean and healthy life by using facilities and infrastructure that have been created by the disaster preparedness team. Encourage people to use facilities and infrastructure created by disaster preparedness team, such as letters, garbage, banks, and the construction of defective sewage line.
To the community, 1. Provide bins in every home and build landfill. 2. Repair household limbasware. 3. Make common latrines on every RT or RW.